Well, I'm eternally grateful to Rebecca. She took this topic and drove it into, made it part of government parliamentary thinking, and we're right with her on this. I'd like to thank everyone here for coming and to take the opportunity to thank the government for its strategy document. We know what it is, but I'll say it again. It's a green future. It's a 25-year plan, and it's committed to improving the environment. So that's been a long wait getting it to arrive in our midst, to act on, to look at and deliver on. But the wait was worth it, if only to see that soil is recognised now alongside air and water as a pillar of our natural capital. Now, 25 years is the right time frame for a document with the scope and ambition of this one. It reflects the scale of the challenges ahead, specifically the complex nature of the physical, chemical and biological factors that are at stake, but also the considerable human challenge of altering people's fundamental habits and behaviour. 25 years it can take to change people's behaviour. It shows an ambition for the plan to outlive this Parliament. This is, the long view is quite unique in a way, and that those that follow, and so it's not just this government, it's governments beyond it. And so it can entrench, it has the capacity to entrench a green philosophy in politicians and civil servants from across the spectrum. It also entirely corresponds with the Sustainable Soil Alliance's own objective, our mission, which is to restore soils to health within one generation. So this 25 years is a generation, and that's our mission as well. So we are in harmony with that. But 25 years sounds a long time to some, but it's not if we bear in mind that the specific timescale set for soil to achieve sustainable management by 2030, which is embedded in plan, is even shorter. And I would add to this the fact that the clock started ticking on this target back in 2009 with the commitment to soil at that time. Since when, we have seen very little evidence of really major progress in terms of the decline in soils, or even the measures required to establish progress. We're still grappling with what the measures are. So we're going to dig a little deeper just for a second and think how soon 2030, a mere 12 years away, or even the measures required to establish this progress. What is this? Is it enough time to develop and implement the complex web of regulations? Time. The clock is ticking. And incentives needed in our post-CAP and post-Brexit world. Is it enough time? Is it enough time to create a curriculum on soil management into the higher and ongoing education of the next generation of farmers? Is this period of time enough to embed behaviour change in the broader community of not just farmers, but planners, builders, utilities, and other managers and users of our soil? Is it enough time to give the research and innovation time to fail, and then to flourish, and then to become a model for others around the world to follow? And lastly, is it enough time to establish whether all the steps we chose to take along this route are working, and to alter our methods as we need to? My answer to these questions, and others that I know others will raise in this room and outside this room, is a cautious but optimistic yes. And I say this because of the people here today, because of you, and because all of those who stand around this area in the environment. We have listening Defra ministers, a brilliant, passionate and committed community of stakeholders engaged with soil, from the Soil Association through to the agri-industry complex and the supply chain. And we have a champion right at the heart of government, Rebecca, and Secretary of State, who wants to know what we're doing and has asked us to call the government to account. It won't be easy, but the Sustainable Soils Alliance is committed to being the catalyst for the change required and to be a channel for all these organisations to work on the future of soils and soil recovery. We've announced 8 policy arcs, and they are on the website, and they also inform the response we've made to the 25-year plan, which is also available both on the government website and ours. I believe we've created a tool to put the flesh and bones on the 25-year environment plan, to place marker stones along the roadmap to soil recovery and a trajectory to health by 2030, and to give a platform for as wide a community as necessary to lend their energies and expertise to challenge ahead. So this process you're all part of, and I wouldn't say it's begun today because we started a while ago, but the real work is happening today and onwards. So I thank everybody here for all this effort and look forward to joining forces with you. Thank you.